Ever heard the phrase, "as rich as Croesus"? It refers to a king so wealthy his name became a legend. But what if I told you that this king, who had everything you could possibly imagine, learned a brutal lesson that money can't buy happiness? This is the story of his epic rise, his devastating fall, and the timeless wisdom he discovered in the ashes of his empire. Our story begins in Lydia, a powerful kingdom in what is now modern-day Turkey. Around 560 BCE, here reigned King Croesus. He wasn't just born into wealth, he revolutionized it. Croesus was one of the first rulers to issue standardized gold and silver coins. Creating a stable currency that supercharged his kingdom's economy, trade boomed, tributes poured in from conquered cities, and his vaults overflowed with gold. He built magnificent temples and showered his allies with lavish gifts. By all accounts, he was the most powerful, most influential, and richest man in the world. He was on top of the world, and he knew it. One day, the famous Athenian sage Solon visited his court. Bursting with pride, Croesus gave him a grand tour of his treasury, parading his mountains of gold and jewels. Afterward, he asked Solon a loaded question. "My Athenian guest, I have heard much of your wisdom. Tell me, who is the happiest man you have ever seen?" Croesus expected to hear his own name, but Solon didn't play along. He named a simple Athenian man who had lived a good life, raised a fine family, and died gloriously in battle. Annoyed, Croesus asked who the second happiest was. Again, Solon told a story of two ordinary brothers who were honored for their devotion to their mother. Exasperated, Croesus demanded, "And what of my happiness? Do you count it as nothing?" Solon's reply would echo through history. He told the king, "The gods are jealous of human prosperity. A long life gives a man to see and to suffer many things he would rather not. Until a man is dead, we can only say that he is fortunate, not that he is happy. Call no man happy until he is dead." Croesus dismissed Solon as a fool. How could his immense wealth and power not equal happiness? He was untouchable. This arrogance, this hubris, would soon lead him to his downfall. As the years passed, a new power was rising in the east. The Persian Empire, led by the brilliant Cyrus the Great. Feeling threatened, Croesus decided it was time to act. But first, he consulted the most famous oracle of the ancient world at Delphi. He asked, "If I attack Persia, what will happen?" The oracle gave a typically cryptic answer. "If Croesus crosses the river, he will destroy a great empire." Hearing this, Croesus was ecstatic. The prophecy confirmed his ambition. He saw it as a green light for victory. He assembled a massive army, forged alliances, and marched confidently to war, crossing the Halys River to confront Cyrus. He was so sure of his success, so blinded by his wealth and the oracle's promise, that he failed to consider the most crucial detail. What if the great empire the oracle spoke of was his own? The war was a disaster. Croesus was outmaneuvered by Cyrus's military genius. His legendary Lydian cavalry was defeated by a clever tactic involving camels, whose scent spooked the Lydian horses. Soon, the Persians laid siege to his capital, Sardis, and in a shocking turn of events, the supposedly impenetrable city fell. King Croesus, once the richest man on earth, was now a prisoner, his kingdom conquered, his treasury looted. Cyrus the Great ordered a massive pyre to be built. Croesus was to be burned alive as a spectacle, a warning to other kings. As he was tied to the pyre and the flames began to lick at its base, a profound realization hit him. All his gold, his power, his influence, it was all meaningless now. It couldn't save him from this horrific end. In that moment of absolute despair, he remembered the words of the wise man he had dismissed years ago. He cried out, "Oh Solon, Solon, Solon!" Cyrus, hearing this, grew curious. He demanded to know who this Solon was. The fire was extinguished, and a humbled Croesus explained the sage's warning that no man should be called happy until the end of his life is known. Struck by this wisdom and reflecting on the fickle nature of fortune, realizing that he too could one day suffer a similar fate, Cyrus had a change of heart. He spared Croesus's life. Stripped of his kingdom and his riches, Croesus became a trusted advisor in Cyrus's court. He had lost everything he once valued, but in doing so, he gained something far more precious: wisdom. He learned that true wealth isn't measured in gold coins, but in character, humility, and the ability to endure. He learned that fortune is a wheel that is always turning, and that pride often comes just before the fall. The story of Croesus isn't just an ancient legend. It's a powerful lesson for all of us today. We all have our own forms of riches, our talents, our successes, our opportunities, our relationships. It's easy to get caught up in them, to believe they make us invincible, to think our current good fortune will last forever. But Croesus's life reminds us that true success is about more than just accumulation. It's about what we build that can withstand the test of time and the turns of fate. It's about humility, foresight, and understanding that our greatest strengths can sometimes blind us to our biggest vulnerabilities. So, let me ask you, what are you building? What are the foundations of your happiness? Are you building something that will last? Something that has meaning beyond your current success? The story of Croesus teaches us to use our blessings wisely, to remain humble in our triumphs, and to always be prepared for the unpredictable changes of life. Because in the end, the most valuable legacy isn't what we own, but the wisdom we gain and the character we build along the way. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more lessons from history that can change the way you see the world today. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.